Welcome to the Divorce Devil Podcast. I'm David.
And I'm Rachel. Follow us as we dive into all the positive and negatives of post-divorce recovery. Stay tuned for some real and sometimes raw end-of-the-road divorce topics. Please put on your big pants because we're full of honesty, authenticity, and irrefutable truths.
This progressive podcast ain't for the faint-hearted. Enjoy. That's recording.
Oh, my bad.
Welcome everybody out there to Divorce Devil
Hear myself. Oh, 'cause I
episode.
need my mic.
Wow, that
I
kind of
need my
helps.
mic.
Yeah,
Nope.
mic kind of helps.
My mic's not on. I can't hear me.
Can't hear you?
No.
Hold on, here we go. Whoa.
Look at that.
Bam.
I can hear me now.
All right. Welcome
okay,
everybody
folks.
out there to Divorce Devil episode 76.
It's the way David silences me.
Yes.
Unplugs my mic.
Stop. Today we're talking about something different. We're doing the top 6 divorce recovery struggles. So 3 from me, 3 for Rachel.
Yeah.
Rachel's going first. 'Cause
Oh, I
said
am?
so. Yes.
Oh, okay.
What's one of your top 3 struggles with divorce recovery? In your recovery of divorce.
One of my struggles is silent treatment. In my marriage, a lot of times, even if I didn't know what I did wrong or whatever, I would get the silent treatment.
Now, are we talking about recovery or in the marriage? Recovery.
No, I'm saying recovery. Well, in my marriage, I would get the silent treatment. In recovery, I became silent.
Ah.
So I didn't want to make any more waves than had to be made because of just general of divorce, you know, all the stuff that you go through.
Gotcha.
All the bullshit. So
Bullshit.
in not causing any more pain, I got silent. And when I got silent, I literally closed down physically, mentally, just every way. You know, that's when I started drinking too much and going out too much and, you know, not letting the people
party on. My girl wants to party all the time. Party all
really,
the
I mean-
time. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I don't know that one.
Who? Rick James. and Eddie Murphy.
I am telling you, I know a lot of songs, but when you sing them, the tone deafness hurts.
Party all the time. Anyway, back to your silent treatment. I'm going to give you the silent treatment, not sing anymore, damn it. I'm pissed.
I don't know what I did, David. Please don't be mad at me.
Yeah,
Oh my
too late.
God.
Because you can't tell what I'm singing. Anyway, so he gave you the silent treatment. Then
Yeah.
you experienced the silent treatment after receiving the silent treatment.
Yeah.
So do you think they were related?
Well, yeah, and I think because the only thing I had left was I had nothing left. So that means I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I don't know what my next steps are. I didn't know, you know, $27. What do you do? Like, okay, I know I'm staying in unless I have a date, and hopefully I'm going to pay half, not the whole thing, because I've paid the whole thing too. But so when you're in the silent treatment or the silent phase, I don't even know what to call it, but like at work, if I talked about it for 5 seconds, I'm crying. Or I don't want you to be upset because I'm upset. I don't want you to spend any minutes on me, my divorce. I'm the helper. I'm the person I'm the nurse. So I'm supposed to fix you. I don't know how to accept help. It's really hard to be like,
Interesting.
I need help because in my head, I'm like, you need to do this, 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 and that. Well, it's okay to tell you what to do, but to live it, it's a whole different thing.
So
it's like
you
they say the
needed help-
carpenter doesn't like make his
So
own
you needed help
cabinet,
accepting
carpenter.
help.
Yeah, and I think I'm the epitome of I'm fine, it's fine, everything's fine. When everybody knows it's not fine, but I don't want you to give me advice because if I don't like it, I'm not going to use it.
They call that being a divorce martyr.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're the martyr. I can
am.
do it.
I'm good.
Don't worry
Everything's
about me.
fine. You know,
I'm good.
my kid's fed and he has a warm place to stay. Like that's it. You know, and if you come at me and I'm having a minute where like I'm getting a random text from the ex and I'm at work and I'm trying to deal with something and you come at me like, how you doing? I'm like, you need to go away right now because I'm going to cry and there's people here. So we're not going to do that. And then I get angry and then I'm like, it's not their fault that they asked me if I was okay. Why? Like, just relax. So I just be like,
Just snapped.
yeah. And I think, you know, I had a bad experience at work on Tuesday having to deal with something. And I learned just in this, that I keep myself busy. And even Lance's family is like, if she's cleaning vigorously, just let her be. Like, just leave her alone. And it's a way for me to get back to, I don't want to worry about that. I can't take anymore. So I'm going to focus on something, even if it's not relevant right now. So even in my work, I'd be like, all right, I have something to do. I'm not trying to be rude, but I need to go into like focus zone. And I'm a squirrel, so it's really hard with ADD and OCD to like focus. So,
all right, squirrel, hold on.
Your turn.
So mine was anger. My big one was anger, and trying to control it through the act of accepting something that I can't control. That was the hard part, that I couldn't control it. And it was a son of a bitch. Yeah. Actually, it was a motherfucker. No pun intended.
David.
No pun intended. Yeah.
She is the mother of your children.
Yeah. Not having that control, losing control, someone else making decisions for me that affect my life, and I had no control of that. That was huge.
And what's the steps towards getting your control back?
Coming to grips with the fact that you have no control, knowing you have no control, accepting you have no control, and dealing with you have no control. But just going through those 3 steps were tough. Just getting to the point of just accepting you had no control was huge. And then the other 2, I think, are easier.
Do you think that just not giving a fuck helps with not being able to be in control? Because there's a lot of things in my life that were controlled, and now I'm like, I don't fucking care. You don't get to control that. You're not the boss of me.
I didn't call it that.
Yeah.
But I think when I just said, hey, whatever, and you
whatever's the best, right?
Kind of relinquish. It's not a control, but it's more of a fact that you don't give a shit.
I think whatever is like the texting K.
Whatever.
K.
Yeah.
K.
Oh, to the X, to the future X or the XK. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, like
yes.
Super X.
Yeah.
The super K.
Yeah, like K.
The capital K, when you're like, I literally have texted or text. I don't even know the whatever.
Texted it.
7,000 things that like I want to say to you, but then I'm like, okay, this is just going to cause more headache for me. So then it's delete, you delete, and it's like 4 paragraphs, and then you delete the whole thing, and you're like,
so it's almost like a stream of consciousness that you just sit there. And
yeah. And I think it gets better like through the divorce process, because early in, like he said some like shit things, and I'm just like, text, and send, because I don't fucking care. And then it was like, oh, shit.
But if you didn't care, you wouldn't send that shit. If you truly didn't care, you wouldn't sit there and type all that shit. And
well, no, it was like well, I'm going to get full custody because you have $27 in the bank. Like, you can't take care of him because you live with somebody else. Or, just the mean things that when...
It's a control issue.
Yeah, and
now I'm all grown up.
I feel like that's
control.
just our little motto right there. Control.
What I got.
I mean, that right there, it has some tone. If you say that, I know that.
Janet Jackson, by the way. Give me a beat.
I gave you a beat.
Yeah, I know.
You asked for one.
I know. So if you have no control and others are controlling you, that's the ultimate in struggles. That was my biggest struggle.
Yeah. And I think too that when you realize that you're allowed to have control, because I feel like I didn't know I was allowed to also have control, because he was the breadwinner and and I was the home taker. I had a job, but I mostly stayed at home because he was always traveling all over the world. So it's my responsibility to know that when he's not here, I have control. But when he's here, I also have control, because this is supposed to work together. Mm-hmm. And it's not always like, I always say, like, marriage is not 50-50. It's some days it's 95-5, and depending what you need, and some days it's 100-0 because I got nothing.
I thought it was 100-100.
Well, if you're together, it's 100.
That's what I heard, is 100-100. You both give 100%.
Well, yeah, I know that, but there's some days when I might need you a little bit more than me, or you may need me a little bit more. I'm saying that you should strive for both being absolutely 100. Like, you need to give 100%. There's days where I don't have 100% to give. Like yesterday, I was in a bad mood just because of all the things I've been dealing with for the last week. They all came to a head. People were pissing me off, and I'm just in this negative space, and that is not me. And at the end of the night, like, my little guy was like, something's wrong. I'm like, dude, I got nothing. I don't know what to do for you. I don't know how to help you. What do you need from me? You need to tell me very clearly, because I can't do a single thing. So we ended up just going to bed early, watching a movie, like a random movie, and he fell asleep, I fell asleep, and that was the end of our day. I woke up
and
today,
everything now is better.
And today I'm like, woohoo, today's a good day. So it's
time for a podcast.
There really is a lot of things that I'm going to be 2 years out. You're going to be, 12 years out? That
30,
still come
30,
up.
40 years out, yeah.
And a lot of the things that over this week that I've been mad at have been because of my ex. And I said, if this was 2 years ago, I would still be in my bed. Like,
and when you're 12 years out, it'd be like a little bump on an elephant's butt. Like, okay, there it is. Yeah.
Oh, he's got a little pimple.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Because it's what you went through last week or 2 weeks ago. It was a loss of control.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
So I really think that, part of divorce is someone had all the control, or someone had too much control in the marriage, and the other person felt like, I don't like this. I don't like this feeling every day. I don't like that anger or that, resentment because you're always controlling me. And then when someone sees a piece of that, happiness, it makes the controlling person like, well, this is your fault. This is all you.
What's your other struggle? Give me another one. Control. I already did.
No. I think another one of my struggles is not putting up walls.
Not putting up walls or putting up walls?
Well, I put up walls very quickly. Because I was the doormat my entire life. Like, people just, whatever, Rachel will do it. It's fine. Rachel
That's more of a defense mechanism.
Yeah, and I know, and I'm trying not to put up walls in this happy space, like in my happy space. Okay. Like, when all this stuff was going on with my ex and the financial stuff just recently, I was just like, nope, I got to take care of myself. It's all about me. No one can help me. And da-da-da-da. Where, Lance is like, we will get through this together. Whatever it takes, it's okay. You still have a place. You still have me. You still have your health, your kids, whatever. This is just something we have to get through together. And just that made me want to go, walls up. And I started a little. I'm like, I need to take out a loan. I need to do this. This is on me. Like,
that's all part of healing.
Yeah. And so I don't think I put up, like, the little half fence, and was like, what? I forgot. I do have someone that's in this with me, not fighting against me. And
100.
Yeah. And it really was, I said that to him the other day. I'm like, again, I know that I am so appreciative that your words actually meant something, where it wasn't just these empty things like, we'll get through it, whatever. Or it was always like, well, like with my ex, it was, oh, they're not going to come and take me to jail, or they can't do this, and blah, blah, blah. It's medical bills, or it's that. Yep. Well, look, my pay was garnished. It's now paid, folks. Don't worry. So I am really good at grudges, putting up walls, and going, I am stronger than you think, and I've survived enough. I can do this by myself. This is my responsibility. And before, I honestly think as a young adult too, I was that fight or flight. I flew. I was like, nope, I'm not fighting, because I hate fighting. I'm just like, I'm out. You don't have to worry about me anymore. You will never see me again. Case in point, my sister I haven't talked to in over a year and a half. I'm good, because I don't need your toxic in my chaos.
So the walls do help it at the beginning.
Yeah. So the walls are great.
I got another struggle.
Yours.
Are you ready for a surprise?
I'm waiting for my third, because I texted you it, and it's going to be a doozy.
You texted me it? Okay. So my second one, ready?
Yeah.
Not feeling pretty.
Really?
Yes. I went through that
David,
shit.
you have a tear in your eye.
I do not.
You have tears
I'm not tearing in my eye.
David!
I didn't feel pretty.
Oh, you're so pretty.
I thought that no one would ever like me again. Boy, was I wrong.
Boy, sugar is sweet. Sugar is so sweet.
Yeah,
Like the extras.
But you go through that.
Yeah.
No one's ever gonna want me. No one's ever gonna like me.
It's the pity party of the
It's the pity party of the year.
Yeah.
It's almost like the Frye Festival.
Well, it's one of those things. Like, what else do I have to worry about? Oh shit!
Yeah.
I want a companion.
No one's ever gonna like me. I'm never gonna get anybody.
I'm just gonna have to throw my money at them.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah. The money I don't have at them.
I mean, hiring all these employees.
Alimony. Yeah, I went through the phase of not feeling pretty, not feeling good enough, and that really shocked the shit out of me, especially being a man and feeling
it's
that
an ego crush, right?
Yeah, that's your ego crush. But don't worry, folks. You get that pretty back. It's coming back.
And how? And how did you do that other than dating?
Serial dating.
Your patients. Anybody walking on the street. That's called a prostitute. My bad.
Just going out meeting people, having conversations with people.
Well, you didn't do
hanging out with other divorced people.
Yeah,
that
you
really
didn't do
helped.
the online dating. So where did you hang out to like potentially meet people other than your office? You got a pulse?
Dancing.
Sure.
Thank God I wasn't a county coroner.
Ill, David, Ill. There's a name for that. I just can't think of it right now.
Shout out to Kim Look, my buddy Kim Look. Yeah.
No, what is it when people have sex with dead bodies?
NECROPHILIA.
That's it.
And that came to me really fast, didn't it?
Yeah, right? Like you might be an expert on that.
NECROPHILIA.
I love our podcast.
Yeah. Necrophilia. Yeah.
Okay.
Necrophilia.
I'm going to call it naked because I think that's better.
I got a quick story.
Okay.
And it's funny shit.
I want to hear it because we both each have one left.
I was checking a patient, checking their teeth, make sure.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else. I was checking her. What?
I was checking a patient.
Okay.
And the hygienist said that she and the patient were talking about the patient's son. And the patient's son had narcolepsy, and so he was losing his license and things like that.
Yeah.
So I came down and sat down, and in all my grandeur, Dr. Webb, and said, "Yeah, my son has necrophilia too."
David.
The look on the hygienist's face was priceless. She was like,
she's your favorite, right?
Yeah.
You don't have a favorite.
Narcolepsy and necrophilia, you can't mix the two.
Two different.
Yes.
Totally.
Yes.
I mean, unless you fall asleep and then have sex with,
So my son had narcolepsy, not necrophilia, at the time.
I mean, it's
so anybody out there practicing necrophilia, please stop. It's not really a good thing for you divorced people. Did you hear about
that case where the guy was like sleepwalking and like murdered somebody?
Yeah. I
was sleepwalking and I slept with dead bodies
and murdering. But no, but you go through that phase of not feeling pretty, and I can't even explain it.
And do you think the dating helped you think that, or do you think people were superficial, or like do you say, "Oh, I'm a doctor"? Is that how you started? Like, "Hey, I'm a doctor."
No.
How'd you start?
I just started low.
Did you go look in the mirror and go, "I am pretty, I am perfect, I am awesome, I am great"?
I did not do that. No.
Okay.
I just got out there, started hanging with people, and I got my sea legs back. And once I got my sea legs back, I was in what's that word? Unformidable, something formidable.
Sure, David. I don't know.
Undenominational.
Now you're not going to church. What's happening?
Undenominational snowman.
Wait, yeah. When did you get white? When did that happen?
Oh, wow. Carlton Banks on the mic. Hello. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
I know that one.
Yeah.
I actually know a song you said.
Yeah. So if you go through that, folks, male and female, it's horrible for both sexes, but for men, it's really, really horrible.
And I think too, like it goes along with self-esteem. I mean, you were in a marriage that was supposed to last forever, and now the person that said forever. It's not forever. So if they don't like you, how can anybody else? Yep. And I went through that too, where I'm just like, oh my God, like I got 3 kids, I got nowhere to live, I got no money, no one's going to like me. And it wasn't about that. And it wasn't, I'm pretty sure my personality can sell anybody.
But the thing is with women have the power. Women have what men want.
Listen.
Yes, you do. Hello.
When you're going through shit like this, don't. And it's so fake.
That's how some old women can get young guys.
But here's the deal. Guys. So
young guys.
Young guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cougar, whatever.
Yeah.
Listen, we feel the same way as you guys. You just put us up on this pedestal that we don't.
You guys got what we want. You have the almighty
pussy,
grail.
We know.
Say what?
I said pussy. No,
Pussy Galore from
from 007.
What's that movie? Pussy Galore.
007?
No.
The Goldfinger? Isn't Pussy Galore from
Goldfinger?
It's funny.
Yeah, I know. Finger and Pussy Galore.
I'm so bad. Like, I don't even know. Ask Lance. He's the movie person. I've seen movies maybe once or twice each. He's watched, like, some of the movies, like, 4,000 times. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, you don't know this. I'm like, I don't know. So, yeah, he was watching Zoolander. I'm like, no, I'm good.
But anyway, you guys have what men want. And so you guys mostly have the power. But the thing with men, and in order to not control that power or even the playing field. Oh, you're listening intently, aren't you?
I really am, because I want to hear.
Is that you have to not empower the cookie. Because once you empower the cookie, then you lose yourself in the cookie. Okay. Well, not physically. You know, you do.
So men empower, put themselves. Wait, I'm so confused.
A lot of my friends went through divorce, and then they chased women, and they empowered the cookie so much they did anything for the cookie. The cookie was a drug.
No.
Yes.
And that's when that's when serial dating happens. No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, but serial dating doesn't happen because you're hitting more than one cookie.
Fucking crumble cookie right now is now going to be our new Dutch Bros was, but I'm not drinking coffee anymore. Crumble cookie. Reach out to us.
Shortbread everywhere.
We can divorce devil cookie flavor of the day.
Shortbread everywhere.
No, so I think what happens too is, divorce is, this person versus this person, and so I think when I was going out, I was just like, every guy fucking sucks, because every guy could potentially tell me yes forever, and then break my heart, or every guy is either looking for the cookie. And you're not there, or you know what? I'm ready to give up my cookie. But then it's like, but why? Because what's it going to lead to?
That proves that you should date even though if you're not ready.
Yeah, and
because
I think
it helps you heal.
You also need to know what you like and don't like. I mean, I was married a long time to not know what the hell dating was, because no.
You don't know if you like the anteater or the non-anteater.
Oh. That needs to be a new vibrator name.
That's a different podcast.
That needs to be a new vibrator name, Kelly. That is a new vibrator name. Do you talk to Pure Romance and tell them the divorce devil anteater?
The anteater has like a little sleeve on it.
Damn it! Fun for him and you. You have to watch YouTube, people. David, don't do the visuals. It literally looks. Oh my God! Did you watch Stranger Things? I love you. Do you watch Stranger Things?
No.
This is a Demogorgon thing, and it has like a flower face, and you just look like.
Wow.
Okay, so.
Anyway, what's your number 3?
All right, are you ready for this?
Yes. Give it to me. It's got to be something new.
It's really it's a hard one.
Number 3 for hey, no crying.
And it's not a hard one like that.
It's a good one.
It really is good, and I don't think we talk about it enough. You're getting a phone call right when I'm going to give you like my most.
It's the Home Depot delivering my fridge.
Oh,
go ahead.
Okay. I didn't realize how much sex would affect me. I said
okay, good or negative?
Negative and good. Negative as in, I guess in my marriage, again, it was withheld from me if he was mad. And again, I have toys and I know how to use all those, but I'm a very affectionate person. I'm a very affectionate person. Like, if you're my person, we're holding hands. I'm letting you. What is that face?
Go ahead.
And I guess in my new life, what are you fucking doing? I cannot concentrate.
I know.
When you're making,
I'm throwing you off. That's all right.
you look like a big vagina opening and closing.
Wow, I've never called a
you
vagina
like,
before.
Peekaboo, and
Yeah.
you were just talking about the cookie.
David Webb, the vagina.
Your tooth looked like a vagina. I mean, come on.
That's a different podcast. Anyway, so
He has a picture of a tooth and it looks like a vagina.
So withholding sex as a weapon.
So as a whole, and so here's my. I have the hiccups, by the way.
What's
I have found, and this is all on me. This is all me, and I now need to communicate it, and I think I've done that a couple times in my new relationship, but I don't think I knew the extent until a couple days ago.
Communicate what?
That I need sex.
Okay.
Or that if I'm needing sex and you don't give it to me, I take it personal. I feel like I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. I need to lose weight. I need to do this. I need to do all these things to change me for you to want to give me sex.
But what happens if the guy's tired for a couple of days?
No, and I know that. And
okay.
So in my personal life now, super busy all the time and super tired, and I know how tired he is. But like, if I have to make the first move and he's just like tired, I'm like, oh shit, I did something. And
but that's a problem with you. That's
no.
yourself.
It really is a problem with me, and I'm not blaming anybody else.
Right.
I'm not blaming my partner.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming the man.
You need to fix that shit.
I know, and I now remember, like I told you with journaling and stuff. I started writing my thoughts down a little bit again because I've been going through some stuff in the last couple of weeks, and I'm just not sure how to process them. And I need to know that he's going to be there no matter what. When I've never felt that in my life before. So it's one of those things I'm coping with I started my first serious relationship at 17 was terrible, abusive, physically, mentally abusive. And I still deal with that trauma of, if you don't give me it, I'm going to make sure you give me it.
I see it like this.
I work through it. Go ahead.
I see it like this. Mm-hmm. In your relationship now, mm-hmm. or in a future relationship, you have to weigh the positive and the negatives.
Oh, there's no other relationship, Lance. You got it.
The negatives are so little compared to where you came from.
Oh yeah.
That they have to that the positive override the negative, even though there will be some negatives because that's just life.
And I think too, I can only speak as a woman who likes penis, because there's other women out there that don't. So as a woman who likes men, David, stop making yourself look like a vagina.
Thank you.
And then your head pops out, so it looks I snort, laughed, and I spit.
Oh my god!
I spit on the screen. Sorry, computer.
Thank you. I'm gonna have to hygienically clean the screen now.
What was I saying?
That you like penis.
No, yeah. Well, we know that. But I think sex has been used against me and for me. Here's why. As a woman, I know I control whether or not, if we're on a date, we're in a relationship, whatever, if we're going to have sex, if I'm into it. If I have a headache that night, which I'm not that girl, I'm like, okay, sure, cool. If you have a headache, and it's not really a headache, but you can control that environment, right? Mm-hmm. Now, all the trauma I've had, all the relationship things that I've had that mess with me with sex, if I'm not feeling admired or enamored over or, sexually pleasing, I did something wrong. And again, it's all on me because of all the things I've experienced in my life. Going from being forced to, from going to, and in a relationship being forced to, going to, travel all the time, whatever. And it happened when it happened. I have children, blah, blah, blah. If I initiate it and and he's in a bad mood, he withheld it from me. Or he'd be like, nah, no, you pissed me off or you did this or whatever. And I'm like, dude, like, what the fuck?
But you come from that and you come to a better place now.
And then dating happened.
Yep.
So then I got divorced, and I was just like, ooh, I'm in so much control. Seriously. And it was like, you know, and like I said, I was in this 3-month thing, and I dated a couple people, and there was times where I'm like, you know, I don't know. I'm just going to discard this person. And they could have been a nice person, but the control of the sexual thing, I became like, no, I'm good. No. And I see now how that feels because I felt it before. Mm-hmm. And now when I'm in a healthy relationship, if it's not equally, if I'm like, hey, babe, I'm ready tonight, and we don't have it, the next morning I'm like, oh, I must have done something because I told him.
But you've gotten better, haven't you?
I think so.
Okay.
Well, like the other night, I was just like, dude, don't you want to have sex with me? And he's like, I do. I'm just so tired. Like, literally will sit on the couch and fall asleep. Poor guy works, like, he's, you know, in sports. So it's all the time. He's always on, and he's got all this stuff. And we've been just doing so many things. And I almost took it personal where I was just like, ooh, shit. And then after I said it.
Less and less personal now, though.
Yeah, and after I said it, I was like, okay, this is me. This is not on him. And I'm never mad at him. Like I own my shit. And I think that's part of divorce too. You have to own your shit in it. And I say that all the time. Like I would pick fights just to pick fights.
That's my third one.
Oh.
Struggle.
All right, go.
Fighting for no reason during the post-divorce struggles. That almost pissed me off the most. I mean, like fighting
you or
for
her?
no, or saying no just because you want to hurt somebody instead of saying yes.
Yeah. Like
I was moving from one location to another, and she had the boys that weekend.
Right.
And, you know, they were young, strapping boys, and I could have used them. I said, hey, I moved this weekend. Can I have the boys? No, that's my weekend.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, do not pin the kids against each other.
Yeah.
Divorce devil, we do not condone that.
Yeah. So saying no just to be mean, talking shit, talking other people's shit, starting fights for no reason, all that shit just drove. That was such a waste.
And you know what, too? Like when you're going through divorce, I don't think I was ever taught how to fight. Like I feel like there's a healthy way to fight or communicate or communicate. I don't know what the word would be, but like when you disagree on something. Here's my point of view. Here's your point of view. Where are our points of view similar?
Where do you meet?
And where are we disconnecting? So as adults, because we're married and now getting divorced, adults, we need to do better in that. Just because we want to make them mad because I want this, this, and that, doesn't mean that you have to not communicate. You have to communicate more. Yep. And I think a lot of people become, I mean, I don't know about you, but like my ex and I, like he says something to me and I just tell him. And then I'm like, you can take it how you want. It's not personal. There's no emotion around it. This is how I'm feeling. And you can process it how you want. And it wasn't meant to piss you off. This is just like we had a thing where like, there was plans for me to pick up my kid. I didn't hear any final plans, but everybody else that's at the house, because they all stay with their dad too, knew the plan, but I didn't know the plan. So I'm calling and calling and calling, and no one's answering me. Everybody's oblivious to me calling. I'm getting pissed. Like now, because y'all have plans, and I'm the outsider right now, I have to be mad and then be the aggressor and be this and say, look, it's just respect. Answer the fucking phone. Like, one time.
That's part of it.
I'm busy.
That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
Hey, I'm busy. I can't talk. Is it an emergency? No? Okay, call me back.
All right, let's recap.
Okay.
What's the first one?
I don't know.
Your third one was sex. You said there was sex enough.
All right, hold on.
My first one was anger. The second one was
my first one was silent treatment.
Yeah.
Silent treatment. Building walls.
And sex.
Building
sex.
And the walls that, like, protect you, but like you have to break them down a little to let other people in because the new people aren't your old people. And so that's a big one for me because I'm just build a wall. Let's go. We're good. Yeah,
mine were controlling anger, feeling pretty. I'm
feeling
so pretty. And then arguing for no fucking reason.
Yeah. And I think the reason we did this topic today, too, was pretty heavy for me, without going into detail. If anybody is struggling, if you just don't feel like you can make it through, if you need someone, email us. We're here. If you need, speak to people, talk to people.
We're going to have
you have a village.
suicide hotline number
Yeah.
on the website.
Yeah. There's
At
help.
the bottom of this, yep.
And divorce is so tough. It really is. And whatever you're feeling is normal, and you're not the only one. And
But you'll get through it.
And sometimes we get to the deep depths. Like I said, I stopped eating. I was like hoping, not hoping that I would pass away, but like if I get sick enough, I got to go to the hospital and someone else has to take care of me. And then I get food because I got no money. And like there was, no, please.
Hospital food.
It's not worth
Nope.
the other side because the people left behind,
It's a pretty selfish thing to do. Just go get help.
yeah, and
Get
again, we are not experts. We're here to, hopefully laugh through some of the shit and the struggles, and we
there's some
struggle
shit.
too. And you struggle 12 years out. I struggle 2 years out. People struggle 30 years out. They may still love the person that they divorced, and that person wanted it, and you didn't want it. There's a lot of people who don't
know.
want it, and they have to get it anyways because after a certain
Because you have
time.
no control.
Because you don't have that control. But yeah, so you could still be in love with that person. But guess what? There's other people out there, and it's not that you're looking for them tomorrow, but please, 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 if our podcasts help, reach out to us. Let us know. If there's something you want to talk about but you don't know how to, we'll figure it out. We might, it might be off the seat of our pants, but hey, we are in this together, and we love you guys. And thanks to our top fan, Warren.
Warren K, baby.
We just want to call you Warren G, but that's okay.
I know.
And thanks for the emails, and we've read all the topics, and we will get to them, and we love you guys, and thanks for listening, and that's my final words, because I don't got no more.
I agree with Rachel, 100%.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Yes,
Duh.
I know.
Because I'm so awesome.
All right,
I'm so
everybody.
pretty. I'm so
Episode
beautiful. Yeah.
76. Have a nice night. Bye-bye.
Bye.